I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Lightfoot joins us. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for being here. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
I am Lightfoot. You can call me Lightfoot. EO, anything works. I'm also a Necro Jester and a Guildmaster. A lot of people call me Jester as well. I am fine with just about anything, and I go by just about anything. And I'm just happy to be here.
So what got you started in content creation?
I've been doing it for, let's say, near a decade. I started doing the VTuber stuff very recently, though, and it's just something I've always been interested in, and I love seeing people's reactions, and so I wanted to kind of share that with other people as well, to show my reactions and how I interact with things, and just explore the world of video games and other forms of content as well.
That's cool. So you got the bug kind of early then.
Yes, I've always been kind of interested in it. Even as a little kid, I've been very fascinated by the idea of it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I always wanted to do the radio thing, which is why I eventually got into it. I should have listened and become a doctor, but I was, I didn't want to make money. I wanted to have fun.
Yep.
How was it for you to get started? Were you intimidated by the microphone at all, or was it easy for you?
At first, it was kind of anxiety-inducing. It wasn't an easy thing to begin with, but over time, I kind of got more comfortable behind the mic. And like at first, I did commentary, and then I started showing my face, and then I moved on to the VTuber side of things, and that's where I feel the most comfortable.
When did you discover VTubers even existed?
I'd say probably around 2022 or 2023, and I just saw something, and I'm an artist. I just love everything art, and I saw these animated models. I was like, that looks really cool. That's very aesthetically pleasing, and one day I want to do that too.
And varied too. People have all sorts of different styles for their models as well. Was that something that brought you to the table too?
Yes, I just I love art just in general. So just seeing everybody's different, kind of how they interpret their models and themselves, incorporating that, and just the expressions the unique expressions everybody has is very fascinating to me.
So were you into art very young?
Yes, my dad was an artist, and you could say I inherited his talent for art, and it's just a skill part that I'm still working on.
Yeah, my lack of art started as a very young person. An inability to draw stick figures, and it's gone worse from there. Are you into every type of art, or what types of art are you doing right now?
My main things is traditional and digital, but I like kind of more realistic looking drawings. I tried getting painting here and there, but I'm not that great with painting. I'm way better just using my hand with a pencil or pen.
Yeah, it is different. My wife is quite an artist, and one day I came home and she was using oil paints, and she had like 13 different versions of the same painting in the living room. Because once you do something in oil, it's not like you can erase it. And if you keep piling stuff on, it's just going to be a basically a relief painting by then, because you'll have all the bumps and stuff through it. So she had to erase it and start over. Do you enjoy the fact that the computers have a undo button?
I love that's my I rely on that heavily, and it's kind of made me like a lazy artist instead of kind of putting like all the hard work. I just go undo,
Yeah,
and just do it again. Yeah.
yeah, it and saves and that type of thing.
Yep.
It makes it a lot easier than doing the pencil drawing and then having to erase three-quarters of it and start over again.
Yes.
Um,
Definitely.
you can only do that so many times before you go all the way through the paper. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, and so would you rather be doing the sketch work or on the computer doing the work from there?
I sometimes I don't do traditional as much, but I like to kind of just doodle, and then if I oh, that looks really nice, I'm gonna transfer it over to digital, and I prefer to do digital, and I like that much more.
Mm,
But there's a certain thing about the traditional art that kind of always will have a place in my heart.
yeah, so you kind of do sketches first and then work
Yes.
from that. And that's interesting. You said you do more realistic art. Is that more like portrait based, or some people do more like anime type style? But yours is different than
Uh,
that, right?
Yeah, so I like I'm good at drawing people and animals, but and I could I have a harder time doing like kind of cartoony looks, kind of anime looks. It always kind of ends up more realistic looking,
Mm,
and not to kind of keep trying to fix it until I get it to something that looks more animated.
mm,
And it's a problem I have because I instinctively go to realistic, and yeah, my stuff is like I can usually make someone like it look just like them, just a little bit more uh I guess digital.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that some people are wanting that sort of thing. Do you take commissions right now?
I do a little bit, but mostly I kind of tend to just do stuff for my friends and just do for free, and I don't value my art like that highly. So I don't typically. I've done it before, but I don't typically take commissions. I'd rather go like my friends go. Oh, I wish I had this thing. It's like, you know what? I can hook you up real quick and just make this for you.
Mm. Well, I mean, it is a little more freeing to do it that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still in the end, it's going to be your vision instead of trying to work with somebody else's vision.
Yes, I still take I take some like what they some parts of what they want like because they're not looking for something super grand, and I'll make it as best as what they give me, and then how I might interpret it as well.
Mm. It's if you had the chance to do, if somebody said, I'll give you X large amount of money to do a picture of me riding a horse. Would you say no, or would you try it?
I'll tell them I'll do it. We'll hold off on the payment because if it's not something that either of us are happy with, don't worry about it. You can keep the jar, and I might even fix it up later and make
Yeah,
it look better.
yeah. It's tough to. I would think. I mean, I don't have any ability to do this, but I would think it would be tough to have deadlines and
Yeah.
and it's solids deadlines like that to do things. I did that in radio every once in a while. It wasn't very easy. But for something as creative as this, I mean, it doesn't account for those times where you just don't have any creativity in you at the moment.
Uh, yeah, I'd say yeah, because people like different artists have different or our turnaround time is 2 weeks, and you can expect it by then. But sometimes there's just if your brain just kind of lacks the creativity, and you just go you know. Might have to push that back a little bit further because it's something that's not adding up the way I would like it to, and so it's not something I'm happy with at the moment.
Mm.
And which I know a lot of artists have an issue with their own art. They don't think of it as good as it actually is,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's something that a lot of people struggle with, and a lot of people kind of they say, okay, I got it done in the time frame, but I really don't think it's that good.
Yeah.
If you're willing, you can mark it. I could mark it down the price, and I can work on it later,
Yeah.
and try to make it look better at another time.
Are any of your works actually done according to you, or will you go back and tweak them later?
I will always go back and tweak them. Like this ones
Gotcha.
I finished like years ago, and I still look at it and go, I can make that look better, and I want to keep working on
I'm going to make this blanket statement now because no one can disprove me. None of you artists are ever done.
it. I'd say for the most part that is accurate.
I could have done this a little better. No step.
Yeah.
Back off. Back off. Back off.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that just means that you're committed to your vision, I think.
Yes. Always looking to improve.
Yeah. Is it, do you get situations where you're in the middle of something and then your vision changes?
It has happened multiple times. I'm working on something. I've been working on it for a while, and I go, you know what? I want the pose to be different, or I want the entire scene just to be different. As like the outfit's not right for me, and so you just kind of scrap everything and start all over. But a lot of people, like with digital, they have multiple layers, so everything's kind of individual. So I can get rid of the clothing and replace it with different set of clothing with still the base body that hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's fascinating people's processes of doing it. When you come up with an idea for one of your works, does it come out of the blue? Do you sit and do you decide I want to do something, and then do you know, brainstorm to try to come up with something, or does it just hit you?
There's a couple different methods, and just sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. Like you just have like a light bulb pops in your head above your head, and you go, oh. But like with me in particular, I'll be like walking outside, and just all of a sudden I see something that looks kind of like a face, or something that looks kind of like a character just in the nature, just like or like a crack that just looks kind of like a dragon or something. So I take a picture of it and go like, I'm going to remember this, and I'm gonna, kind of make something out of it, kind of thing. And that's how like because sometimes it's just like I'm not that great at brainstorming. I'll sit there and go, nothing's coming to mind. So I'll just start scribbling until like something kind of forms, and go, I see something, I can make something out of that. And so it's either me just kind of making something out of nothing, just by a bunch of scribbles, yeah, or just finding a picture, like a something on the ground, or something in the trees that look kind of like a face, or like a character, or like a animal or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
so you're kind of doing the sculptor thing where you keep hitting it until something shows up.
Yes. Yes.
I know if I try to do that with a piece of rock, I'd end up with a lot of pebbles. There's nothing here. Just keep hammering them. Sand by the time I'm done. Did you take any courses for art, or are you self-taught?
I'm fully self-taught, but I do plan on kind of taking an art course at some point.
Yeah. Are you worried about what they'll do with you? Because I hear sometimes people taking art courses, the first thing the instructor does is tell you you're doing everything wrong, and,
Uh,
and put you through a ringer, so to speak. Are you worried about that at all?
it's something that has crossed my mind, because I'm positive that if I were to take an art course, I'm going to be told all the things I'm doing wrong, and but this is the way I've done it. I've always done it, and this is how I do it, and make it look very nice. And everybody does something different, and the teachers always want you to do it a particular way, and everybody do the same exact way. But it doesn't always work out for everybody. So I'm sure that I'm going to get yelled at if I were to do that.
Yeah, it's I'm not a fan of that because everybody has their own style, and just because
Yes.
you developed your style earlier than others doesn't make it less valid. And it's art is still very much in the eye of the beholder. It's someone could look at a Salvador Dali painting and go, "What in the world?" And
Yes.
other person can say, "Hey, those ants are pretty cool. I want to have a copy
I
myself."
agree.
Or Picasso. I mean,
Yeah.
some of that stuff I don't understand at all, and it's not for me. But that's why we have different horses in the race, and uh, ways to express ourselves. Um, have you gotten a situation where you started work on something and then it got too personal to show somebody else?
Um, they not exact. There's been moments where I've started working something and I go, it's something that it started as for someone else, but it became something more for me and something I would like to keep. But in the end, I always go, you know what? Here's the thing. I put my everything into it, and I hope you like it and love it just as much as I do.
Yeah, yeah. And I would. That's the thing too. People can do artwork, can sing, can do all sorts of things on their own, but showing it to somebody else is a different matter. That's a mountain very few people can climb. Did you have that problem growing up as an artist?
Um, I'd say it's been kind of varied. I'd say, to put it simple, just yes, like it's been everything kind of comes in waves and kind of a roller coaster in one way or the other.
Mm, yeah, I would have a tough time because it would be too personal for me.
Yeah.
And showing somebody else to me is opening myself up to criticism I don't want to hear.
Yes.
If I'm going to criticize, I'll do it myself. I can tear myself down better than anybody else can. Um, have you had a situation where you created something, you weren't a fan of it, but somebody else was?
Um, I say yes. I've done a couple things where like I also decorate cakes and
Ooh,
there's been times where I've made something. Like I said, there's been times I made something where I didn't like it and someone loved it, or there's times where I liked it a lot, but for some reason they changed their mind last second and so that's not what I wanted at all.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's awful.
yeah,
It's okay.
yeah. That's when you take the cake and eat it yourself. Um,
Yes.
but seriously, when did you get started in the cake decoration?
Um, it's kind of been on and off since 2018,
Wow.
and it's something I've worked on and kind of been improving since then.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, recently I haven't been doing it as much, but it's something I do like doing here and there now.
Oh, so what got you involved in that?
So it was so it was for my work. I worked in a bakery. I only just recently left like in February.
Mm-hmm.
But I've kind of been in a bakery for a while and just been working on different skills and just kind of doing a little bit of everything, baking and decorating and all that.
So tell me, what is your signature um, style for cake decorating? Is there something that you've gotten really good at and you're proud of?
There's a couple things. It's like this, overall like kind of like the outside design. I like kind of designing like kind of waves or different like kind of like pillars almost like on the outside of the cake and kind of give it more of kind of a nicer and sometimes like regal type of feel as it looks expensive even though it's not that expensive.
Mm. Yeah, you're able to do a lot with not quite so much, but
Yeah.
MacGyvering it, so to speak. Um,
Yes.
but still, it's got to be it's got to be good for the customer, and it's got to be what they want. How much of an order would be what they want as opposed to what you wanted to do?
I'd say I try to like I'll offer them suggestions as they're ordering. Like so, I'll take down the order and like like what flavor you want, what kind of design are you interested in, what kind of theme would you like, and from there I'll ask them if it's all right if I kind of give my own flourish and kind of add to it, so it's not just kind of a basic design, but it's something more fantastical, I say.
Mm. Do you ever get frustrated where you've got an idea that's better than theirs, but they still want their not so good idea?
Uh, Only when they want to do like whipped cream cakes with all the icing and stuff, because that stuff melts and it just destroys the entire thing very fast, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
difficult to actually make it make art out of the whipped cream
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and
I
whipping cream.
imagine
Yeah.
that the buttercream's a lot better for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah. What do you feel about the fondant stuff that people use?
Um, I don't really have. I've used it a few times. It's not something I prefer my own like kind of designs and just kind of do everything myself without having any extra uh anything.
Well, I mean, I see this folks put that, they have the super giant cake stuff, and I'm like, that's a work of art. I wouldn't want to eat it.
Yes,
I was like, can I just have a cake now beside it that I can eat?
right.
uh, so do you bake at home?
Um, I sometimes, but I've kind of been focusing on other things. So I haven't been baking as much. It's actually been a good minute since I last did that, but I do plan on doing that again soon and kind of getting back into the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. If nothing else, that could be a nice side gig as well. It must be
Oh,
nice to have you.
definitely.
It might be nice to be that talented. I should try it one time.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. To have that type of vision to be able to um, do that, not just on regular artistry, but on the cakes as well. Um, that's really special. I envy your ability to do that.
I appreciate it. I believe like I know plenty of cake decorators, and the best ones are artists themselves. And like some of them are the ones I know are um wonderful. Like everything they do is beautiful, but they get frustrated a lot because of how much detail they put in it, and something always gets messed up.
Yeah, yeah. It's still an art, a work of art by the time you're done. If you're doing something really intricate and one thing messes up, how tough is it to fix?
I'd say it depends what it is. Like when you fix it, sometimes you could make it look like nothing changed whatsoever, but sometimes it's a bit obvious that there was a mess up. But uh, like if there's writing on it,
Yeah,
um, sometimes there's bubbles in the bag, and like so when you write in the name, and the it just kind of spurts out, and then with air, and then all of a sudden, well, that's messed up. So I gotta kind of scrape that out and kind of redo the top of the cake and just kind of make it look nice again if it gets too bad. But if it's just like a little mess up, you just kind of take like a spatula and just kind of take the like a letter off and just write it again, or if it's something on the side of the cake, that's kind of harder because depending on what you're doing, it's kind of hard to make it look um, seamless, and oftentimes you're probably won't be able to do it.
yeah, yeah. You better be able to learn how to spell.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Definitely.
it's really tough. Um, the so you've got all these. Is there any other type of artistry that you focus into?
I said the only thing would be I'm trying to get into music, and that's I have a acoustic guitar and a electric guitar, and something I'm currently trying to learn.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wow. I mean, again, it's so many different talents that you're working on. You kind of get to use a lot of them online, don't you?
Oh, definitely. You like with my model and my logo and everything. That's stuff I've done by hand,
Hmm.
and like my avatar is something I made like a few years ago, and something I'm looking to improve on soon. And I can show off my art that way. And with the music, I'm working on making my own music and kind of incorporating that into my streams and everything. So I have like an intro song or whatever, and it's something that I've would like to share with everybody at one point.
Cool. Do we have a multimedia event coming up sometime?
As a not for a hot minute.
Ah, yeah. But I can tell you've been thinking about it.
Oh, definitely, I have a lot of ideas, and there's a lot of things I want to do, and I'm looking forward to. And
Yeah,
just some of the stuff, it'll be a while before I get there.
yeah. Not going to ask you what it is because I'll wait for you to spring it on everybody. But do you have it pretty much in your mind, ready to go?
I do. I have a couple different versions of what I want to do, but uh, at the moment it's more just kind of planning in my head, and I have a bunch of stuff written down, and it's stuff that I'm looking, like I said, I am looking forward to sharing.
Good, excellent. Now, when you're online, what are you mostly doing? Are you doing art streams, game streams, or what?
Mostly games. I'm looking to do get into more art streams soon, but right now it's mostly just variety gaming, and I have plans on kind of going to different genres and just doing like kind of indie games as well. Just kind of spread out what I'm playing a little bit.
Yeah, do you, do you think indie games are better suited for VTubers? I just kind of think it ends up being more interesting. Maybe it's just my taste.
I say there's definitely a something that VTubers can monopolize because I've seen a lot of like VTubers kind of doing these niche little indie games, and which are, I'd say, more entertaining than watching some big face cam streamer going
Yeah,
like, oh, look at this new game I found or got recommended to me.
yeah,
I've yeah.
yeah, and the large company, corporate type games, they have their place and everything, and people love them obviously, or they wouldn't buy them. But I guess it's a reflection of straight taste, where I would like to see somebody who's got a real interest in a game I haven't heard of introduce me to it and convince me through their play that I should get it.
I agree, and I think like VTubers in particular are like some of the most creative people, and the most likely to get me to go, you know what, I actually want to play that little game that I've never heard about that looks kind of interesting.
Well, that's how I got into Stardew Valley, for crying out loud. I mean,
Fair enough.
I had my before my computer decided to not work anymore. I had like 30 to 40 save files of it in there. Um, I just keep playing, and a game's called No Oxygen Included, Oxygen Not Included. That's what it was. Um,
Yeah.
there were too many updates, and my computer couldn't run it anymore. But I loved playing that game. That was, I mean, and all of those games came from watching somebody else do it online, and I
Yes.
was like, I wanted to give it a shot. Heck, my go-to leisure game is Luck Be a Landlord, which is a roguelike type game, and I saw that online. Like, yeah, I got to play that. put it,
I understand that.
yeah, put it on my phone now, and it's and it doesn't take a lot of space, but it's just a lot of fun. Um,
Yeah.
do you consider yourself, when you're playing these games, kind of an ambassador for it? And do you occasionally find yourself kind of trying to sell the game to your audience?
It, sometimes, if it's something that I am very interested in, I'll 100% like promote it. and just try to sell it and see if I could get more people to play it, because it's like, for instance, like there's these like the God of War games, the old trilogy and the new ones, and then there's the Yakuza Like a Dragon games, which are some of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Those games I want everybody to experience, in particular, because those moved me so much. I've never felt as emotional as I ever did with playing any other game.
Yeah. And it does get to the way you're like, you want other people to play it too. You should do this. This is fun. This is really fun. Do you get any backseat gaming from your chat?
Sometimes you'll get people backseating or trying to spoil, and like a lot of times, like I'm good at puzzles and stuff and just figure things out, and I prefer people not to try to spoil things. I like challenges. I don't like being spoiled on the challenge.
Yeah. I can certainly see that. There are people who want to kind of take over the show as their own, no matter what.
Yes.
You do that with the art streams. Would you what would you do if somebody came out and tried to backseat your artwork?
I honestly, I would probably tell them that I appreciate your your additions of what you think would be best for my art, but this is my art, and perfectly I would like to do it the way I want to. But I appreciate your thoughts and interest in trying to improve what I'm doing. I'll take any bad or good criticism, as long as it's not just straight up vulgar.
Yeah. You got a lot more patience than I do with that. I think my would be a 2-word answer: shut up. Especially if I, because I'm very, I've said it many times, I'm not an artist, and if I had built up enough confidence to do that online in front of people, I wouldn't want somebody criticizing it as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you give me a reason to not come on again. So
yes.
When you started, having people come back to your streams, what did that do for you as an artist?
I'd say it's something that gives me more motivation and wanting to do this and continue it. And it's not something like, oh, I'm just going to drop it one day. It's like, oh, I'm going to keep doing this until I physically cannot any longer. It's I appreciate those who do come back and who are just happy to be there and not trying to be just a nuisance for no reason.
Yeah. There's always going to be someone who wants to throw mud in your Cheerios.
Always.
Yeah, and there's not much you can do about it other than ban them or ignore them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anybody who's moderating your chat?
I have 2 people. One is someone I've known since technically both of them are someone I knew since I was a little baby. One of them is my twin brother, and the other one is my best friend.
It's nice that you know your twin brother all your life.
Yes.
I've seen movies where that's not the case. Mostly Disney movies.
Yes.
No, that's great that you have that kind of support system. It does take a little off your chest when you have that going on, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely does.
Yeah. So, what do you have any big plans for the rest of this year as far as what you're doing online?
Right now, I'm kind of focusing on some games and trying to get some of these this new big games coming out and just kind of sharing that with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do plan on maybe getting like a song out. I'm not sure how that's going to go yet, but other than that, just more artwork, and I do have some collabs I'm working on, and kind of events I'm going to be part of, with Minecraft and some other things as well.
Yeah. Do you enjoy working with the other folks online?
Oh, definitely. I tend to play a lot of stuff by myself, but when I can play and with other people, I'll just collab with people, with other VTubers. it adds a special something to it that I like a lot, and it's something that will continue to be something I'm trying to go towards and um, improve my own speaking ability. Because sometimes when I'm streaming by myself, I'm just kind of quiet. I focus a lot and I don't talk as much, but I'm working on that. And when I'm with other people, I talk a lot more.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get it so I'm kind of always talking, so I'm not just leaving empty space in my streams.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody to bounce off of in those situations.
Oh,
And,
definitely.
and you have that and a game going on, then you got two things to bounce off of.
Yes.
And the more the better when it comes to something like that.
Oh, definitely.
So what type of games would you like to stream that you haven't done yet?
I'd say so I'm mostly just been streaming fighting games, so I would like to do, I don't know, some more simulation games, some roguelikes, some roguelites, story games. I haven't really done too many story games, even though those are my favorite games to play.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just want to kind of spread out as much as I can and do a bunch of indie horror and all that.
As an artist, does the art of the games you're playing affect your enjoyment of them?
I'd say sometimes there's some art that looks mind blowing, and it makes me just love the game even more. But there's I don't really have anything against kind of low quality. Like there's like I play Pixel and I play like older games too, so I've been kind of used to the like polygons and just not as great graphics. But if it's like really, really beautiful, really crisp, I'll probably love the game all the more.
Yeah, it's there's some games like well, I mentioned Stardew Valley is one of them, but really Undertale. Um, and that would not look right with really super graphic artwork. The game itself plays into the artwork it uses.
Yes.
Yeah, and have you thought about designing a game on your own?
I am an aspiring game designer, and it's something I'm kind of planning on do one day. I have a whole thing of notes full of a bunch of different ideas. Got kind of want like a big open world with pretty much everything being interactable, and the way I see it, and so I feel like it's gonna. If I were to make it, it's gonna be really heavy and difficult on computers, and you have to have a supercomputer or something to run it at the moment.
Mm. Yeah, it's getting the software and stuff to use it is something else. And then there's like the old learning how to compute
Yes.
stuff. I mean, when I was a kid, we had the Apple IIe, and I had my own Commodore 64, and they used the same basic language. And you weren't going to get good graphics out of them anyway. So my program just in text, but I wouldn't even be able to start doing something now, routines and things. That's the language it's all, Middle Earth Greek to me at this point. Do you plan to take courses on how to program?
I have to take computer science and a bunch of other things. I'm going up to the game design. I was taking classes for it at one point, but then I kind of started focusing more on work, and I started dropped it. But I plan on going back to it soon, probably maybe next year or something. I'm not sure yet, but I do like that. I can pretty much learn it by myself if I really wanted to, but I would rather have some a background in it. So if I were to be hired by a company, they would be able to kind of go off stuff from my resume.
Yeah, it would to be able to have all those different. I mean, you're obviously a multi-skilled person to start with. Adding another one is just like so it can't be too tough.
I never know.
You're already a Swiss Army knife. You might as well add a few more gadgets.
Might as well.
Is it easy for you to pick up things like this? Or was it something that you really have to be into in order to pick up these skills?
I'd say I kind of lack the motivation to fully get to some things, but I'm a very fast learner, and I can pick up things just at a snap of a finger, and I'm very good at figuring things out without zero direction, and uh, you just kind of point in direction, put it in front of me, and I'll just just go from there and just figure it all out and put the pieces together, and eventually I'll have something that works.
Yeah, yeah. That's well. I mean, you'd use that for um, all sorts of things, I imagine. It, it's just something to see, and to have this ability to show everybody across the world your talents. Um, do you think that you'd be in this situation if VTubing wasn't there? Would you just be on YouTube? Would you or would you had to keep all this to yourself?
I would probably mostly kind of keeping things to myself. I would still be trying to do some YouTube stuff, either with a face cam or just doing straight up commentary. But I probably would just be kind of doing a lot of things with just no outside like media, like no people. It's just kind of me trying to figure things out and just doing it as I kind of always done before I started to get into the VTuber side of things.
Mm. Is there something that you were surprised by when you first started VTubing? It was something that caught you off guard.
Um, I think the community itself. I've made several friends and started talking to people I would normally never have any interaction with or even think I'd be able to talk to. And so this is kind of something that is, I guess, a surprising kind of out of my element thing. Like, oh, this is all new to me, and it's something that I'm trying to get used to and kind of socialize with these other VTubers who are very, very talented.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, you're extremely talented yourself, so you should fit right in.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I'm serious. I mean, that's a lot of talent and a lot of stuff you're able to do, and expressing yourself artistically. Is there any other type of art that you're looking into doing besides working on guitars and such?
Um, I say like I'm trying to get into like painting, but like I'm also want to kind of I like creating, I like building, I like making things with my own hands. So it's another thing that's kind of in my head that I could possibly do at one point.
Would you do a model building stream if you had the opportunity?
I'd say probably I've made I've built a couple models in the past, so it's something that I wouldn't mind kind of streaming and showing other people.
No. When I was growing up, the only models we had were the old plastic car and plane models, and
Yes.
and I wasn't good at that. I was like, "Is this supposed to be a car or a plane?" I don't know. There's a lot of painting and stuff along with it that it took
Yes.
a while. But I'm kind of surprised there aren't many people doing that as a stream because that would be a perfect kind of ride along type of stream.
Yep. I know some people kind of like do like the Warhammer 40K painting and stuff.
Gundam
There's
stuff. Yeah.
yes, like there's a handful of people I know that do like that make they build the figures like the cars, planes, even like the old basic ones, like the more higher tech stuff, and with even batteries and stuff, so it can kind of turn on, move, light up.
Mm. Well, you're talking into robotics. So
Getting pretty much there, yeah.
someone's going to do a Frankenstein's monster online, and then it'll spawn a whole bunch of other people creating their own bad zombies.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Just set us trend, yeah.
yeah. I'm throwing down the gauntlet. Anybody who wants to try that, I'll interview you right away. We'll see how that goes before they come and get you. So the whole experience for you must be pretty positive. It it must be kind of justifying to have that kind of response.
I say yes. Just with everything, there's always going to be like some form of hate from like a minority of people.
Mm,
But I've noticed that I know several male VTubers who get hate specifically for being a male VTuber,
hmm
and it's just it's an odd thing that's going around too.
Well, I mean, that's basically jealousy, and
Yeah,
the not having the maybe they do have the ability to do it, but just not the courage to do it. It still takes it still takes some rocks to turn the microphone on in front of people you don't know.
definitely.
Yeah, and especially when you don't have a safety net.
Yes.
Right now, we have a safety net because this is all recorded. Because I'm an old man, and I know sometimes I say stupid things. I'm also married, and she tells me too when I say stupid things. The Yeah, but the being out there on a tightrope sometimes, having to not only enjoy yourself because they're going to know when you're not enjoying it, and keeping the chat involved. Has that ever been tough for you to keep chat involved in what you're doing?
I say it can be a challenge sometimes, especially if something that you're interested in and other people are not
Mm,
really up for. It's trying to get them to be wanting to keep watching or and to interact or be energized, be hyped for it. Can be a bit of a challenge. It's definitely takes a lot, a huge part of the streamer to actively make the viewers want to enjoy it. If they're just kind of bland, and if
yeah,
they're already not enjoying it, they're not going to enjoy it at all. But
yeah,
some people just have a certain bias, and no matter what you do, they're not going to enjoy it.
yeah. They're just there to yell at you anyway, one way or another.
Yes.
But
Yes.
do you curate what you're going to do in advance? If you have you decided not to do something because you didn't think the audience would like it, as opposed to yourself?
Um, I say if it's something that like I'll play things like or do something that is not really a lot of people do or want to do or are interested in. I like to do stuff that I'm interested in that I love, but if I also try to kind of incorporate what other people might be interested in. But if I don't want to do it at all, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
But it's I say it can be very difficult, very challenging, depending on what you are trying to do.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. If you're doing a game just because the audience likes it and you hate it, they're gonna know, and
yes,
it'll be very quickly they're gonna know
yeah,
something like that. You got to tell me here before we wrap things up in a little bit. Where did
yes, yes.
the Lightfoot come from?
So it's my name, Lightfoot Eartane. That is a Native American name. The
Mm-hmm.
Eartane means to be the greatest,
Mm-hmm.
and Lightfoot is my actual Native American name.
Oh, really? Yeah, I just had a Native American streamer interview just a little while ago too. So
Oh, very nice.
that's good. Yeah, he um, does a lot of historical streaming and creation. Um, it's I noticed the name Lightfoot, and I'm like, well, it's either a Native American background or Canadian, or both,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Um, the idea of the jester was that something you kicked around for a while?
Yes, I've kind of turned into a necro jester, so it's a mix between a necromancer and a jester.
Yeah,
But like I've always been fascinated by necromancers and jesters,
yeah.
and the jester thing is something that I've kind of identified with for a long time. I even have a jester mask in RL in person, and it's something that I deeply resonate with.
You want to disturb people? Just throw on that jester mask.
Yes,
You'll get all sorts of reactions to that sort of thing.
oh, definitely.
The last time I did something with a necromancer character was Fallout, not Fallout, but Diablo 2, and by golly, even cheating, I couldn't do anything with it. And believe me, I cheated. I cheated, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get the right combination to work with that sort of thing.
It's
It
It can all be difficult. It very much relies on like just certain builds and just trying to get everything right and trying to find particular like sets to make it stronger and work.
Because there's no melee at all that you're going to be able to use,
Yep.
especially early on. It's just not gonna work. And if things that you can conjure up are pretty useless in battle, you're just delaying the inevitable.
It's definitely.
Just firebolt, dead, that sort of thing. So I do appreciate you coming on, Lightfoot, and I really hope that you get to continue to show us what you got, because I think it's phenomenal that you do have this much creativity and the want to do it. I hope that you're satisfied with how you're able to show it to the folks. Is that true?
I'd say for the most part, yes. It's just a lot of things I'd like to improve on, but as long as I keep doing it, I think I'm just gonna be happy.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll be happy to keep an eye on you and see what you're doing with it. We're going to have the links in the description for the video, and I just want to thank you so much for coming on, Lightfoot. We'll try to steer some folks your way, and I don't think you're going to need my help to do that. I think you're going to do that fine on your own. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure, and I love what you're doing here.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.